Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and you're welcome to day 2 of the CANA Zone 3 Swimming Championships. Do we have people, do we have swimmers here? Once again, you're welcome to day 2 of the CANA Zone 3 Swimming Championships. We're going to be moving on to the start. I'd like to request everybody to give a big round of applause to our officials as they report on deck. Officials, you may report on deck. We have, again, 6 countries taking part in this championship. We have the defending champions in the house, Team Kenya. We have Team Tanzania. We have Team Burundi. Team Sudan, Team Eritrea, the host, Team Uganda. We're going to be starting the morning session, but before we do that, I'd like to invite Alma from Team Uganda to help us with a word of prayer.
Let's humble ourselves for the prayer. Oh Lord, we thank you for this day. We thank you for your love, your care and protection throughout the night, Heavenly Father. We thank you that you have given us this opportunity to come and do our best and represent our countries, oh Lord. Lord, we ask that you forgive us for all the times that we have wronged and sinned against you, O Lord, through our faults and through the things that we have failed to do, dear Lord. Lord, in a special way, come asking and praying for your protection throughout the day, Heavenly Father. May everyone make their personal best, O Lord. We cancel the spirit of laziness, the spirit of fear and anxiety, dear Lord. We ask that we may be the heads and not the tails, Heavenly Father, that we may be proud of what we do, O Lord. May you send your endurance, your strength, your technique as we swim, O Lord. You are the creator of all things, including swimming, and we put it in your hands, O Lord. We ask that you make every works of the enemy null and void right by now, Heavenly Father. We put this day in your hands, and we love you and glorify you forever and ever. In Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen.
All right, thank you, Alma. We're going to be starting with 200 meters freestyle. That is event 43. That was the last event that we stopped on event 42. Those were the mixed freestyle, really, for both 14 and under and 15 and over. This morning, we're going to be starting with the 200 meters freestyle. All the athletes should be in the call room or the marshalling area. For the 200 freestyle, we shall move down straight to the 50 butterfly for all the age groups. Once again, I'd like to remind you that this is the 6th CANA Zone 3 Swimming Championship. The last championship was held in Nairobi, Kenya, and Team Kenya are the defending champions. Once again, Team Kenya, you're welcome to Kampala. They are the defending champions. CANA Zone 3 has 11 countries, and today we're having 6 countries. Would like to thank and appreciate all the team managers and coaches. It's been 2 years of no competition. In CANA, the whole of Africa, this is the 2nd championship that we are having after CANA Senior and Junior Championship held in Accra. Today we have a couple of swimmers that represent their countries in Accra from the different teams. That's for both senior and junior. And we shall be seeing them in multiple other events coming in. This event will be crowned with the open water swimming on Sunday morning. But tomorrow at 7 p.m. we shall be having water polo. That is after the final event in swimming. We shall go straight to water polo. For the girls 200 freestyle, we shall be having 2 hits. That is 12 years and under. Our top entry time today is 2:33.40 by Ruth of Kenya. But for the first heat, we shall only be having 3 swimmers. That is 2 from Team Uganda B and 1 from Team Burundi. Team Burundi will be going 3:21. Team Uganda has 3:00.303, and those are pretty some good quick times for 12 years and under. But we have an impressive 2:33.40. We shall move into the boys. The boys 12 and under. We shall be having 1 hit. We have a 2:26. Would now like to invite the swimmers for the 200 meters freestyle, and that is the first hit and event 1 of the morning session in day 2. Swimmers, Teddy 200 freestyle, Teddy 200 freestyle, hit 1. We shall be having 3 swimmers. In lane number 3, going 3:21.65 from Burundi, Erishira Eliora. And in lane number 4, going 3:00.90 from Team Uganda B, Sobi Payton. Lane number 5, going 3:03.54 from Uganda B, Akol Alexis. And this will be heat number 1.
Take your mark.
All right, this is heat number 1. It's 200 meters freestyle. Those are 8 lanes of the pool. It is the morning session, lane 4 and lane number 5. We have 2 Ugandans B, 111 yards to be pointing with the top entry time 3:00. But in lane number 3, we got Liora of Burundi going 3:21.65. These are 8 lanes of the pool. And Liora looks to be in a very good shape for these 200 this morning session. But remember, these are 8 lanes. It's a big disadvantage to get a head up every time you're getting into the turn, but she's still holding on to her stroke rate. Breathing on every 3 strokes, making sure she doesn't lose her body balance all through, now coming into honey to the 75-meter mark. I said Liera Burundi. This girl in lane 4, that is Peyton, just 11 years of age. She goes 3:00, but she's also trying to hang in with a very beautiful stroke rate, keeping her legs stretched out. Her head is sitting in a very pretty good position. The catch is looking a little bit weak, but again, that is still okay. She's just 11 years. And it's about being able to break your personal best. Now the girl's coming into the 100-meter mark. With close to 80 meters to go. Back in lane number 5, Akol Alexis. 12 years of age, going 3:03. She's trying to get her head up to see where the rest of the other swimmers are. She's seeming to be a little bit heavy in these 200. But again, this is just the morning session. It's 12 years and under. It is Tia Eliora of Burundi with a very impressive stroke rate all the way from the start now to come behind into the final 50. If she could only try and keep that head down every time she's getting into the time, to be pretty much beaten faster. Also needs to work a little bit on that streamline, but again, that is okay. For now, it's about being able to get to the wall. Now we have another beautiful finish. Broken lane number 5. Akoya Alex is trying to raise in that beautiful, nice big 6-speed kick. She's holding the breathing on every second stroke, but again, that's still okay. We have 2 hits. Now closing in from Uganda, Liora is slightly slowing down, but another fantastic finish from this 11-year-old of Uganda, trying to explode into the final 25. It's a pretty brilliant finish. The whole point was to be able to break under 3 minutes. But it's just hit one very pretty swim from Eliora Burundi, taking in the first position for this fast in the morning session. We're going to be having heat number 2 on the final here. We got 2 from Uganda, 2 from Kenya, 2 from Tanzania. A battle between the 3 countries. Let's see who will be able to get onto the podium. We have hit 2 in lane 2. Going to 46-12. In lane 2 going to 46-12. Representing Uganda, Tendo Atia. Lane number 3 going to 39.62, representing Kenya, Irungu Elaine. Lane number 4 with the top entry time 2:33, close to 4 seconds faster than the second qualifier, representing Kenya, Lendavisa Ruth. Lane number 5, 2:37.23 from Tanzania with the second best entry time, Goyai Lina. Lane number 6, 2:42.98 representing Uganda, Mwere Sonia. Lane number 7, 2:52.81 representing Tanzania, the only 11-year-old for this final heat, Epelenga Mariam. Somebody sit down. Remember, this is just the final hit. 2 from Kenya, 2 from Uganda, 2 from Tanzania.
Take your mark.
$200 freestyle final heat looks to be a bit quicker than earlier if you've just seen the final heat, but the Ruth of Kenya looks to be starting in pretty quick. Getting off the wall, leaving, they see Uganda with some work to do, but it is Sonia of Uganda trying to hang in for Uganda. The second qualifier, it is Tendo Archie in the outer lane. Now the battle, the game is on between the 2 girls, one from Tanzania, that is Glina in lane number 5 in Ruth of Kenya. Where Sonia trying to hang in, will she be able to hang in all the way? These are 8 lanes of the pool against about who gets the best time. It is still 1, 2, and 3. One from Kenya, one from Uganda, Mwere Sonia of Uganda, and one from Tanzania. Coming into the 100-meter mark. It's a very beautiful and smooth stroke for Ruth in lane number 4. Having a very beautiful recovery. And already you can see the gap is slightly increasing with almost half a body length away. Coming into handing to the 100-meter mark. It is Mwere Sonia to bring Uganda in the bronze position. Let's wait and see. It looks like something is changing here. Sonia might be able to bring Uganda in the silver position. She just needs to be able to push in a little bit. And now for the final 75, I know Sonia has a pretty quick finish. Will she be able to do something special for Uganda? But for Kenya, Ruth looks to be in a very good position. Get the crowd cheering her on. Bring her home. The final one, it is Sonia. Now something is changing here. It is Mwere Sonia of Uganda coming in to close in with the final 50. We should do something special for the final 50. Mwere Sonia now slipping ahead of Tanzania's Lena. Something might change here. Tanzania now making a move, but Sonia raising in that kick. She is breathing on both sides, making sure she doesn't lose out of sight of the rest of the other athletes. Mwere Sonia, Uganda, for Ruth from Kenya, swimming in lane 4 to close in. It is the first gold for the morning session. Uganda coming in, trying to break the kicking. Will she be able to do it? No, the gap is big. Gonna be 1 from Kenya, Ruth. Mwere Sonia, very impressive 200. It is a silver for Uganda, gold for Kenya. Tanzania settling in for the bronze. Sonia had a slightly slower 50, but was able to finish in the silver position. Very impressive, beautiful stroke for Ruth of Kenya. Very nice catch, very easy and simple recovery, but with a powerful pull under the water. She had the same steady kick all the way from the start to the finish. Congratulations, Ruth. Very brilliant swim, Lena and Sonia. We're going to be moving into hit number 2. Sorry, hit 1 for the boys. Lane number 1, representing Burundi, Jean Halon. Lane 2, from Kenya, by Yusuf Iqbal. Lane 2 supposed to be by Yusuf Iqbal from Kenya. Lane number 3 going to 28. Lane number 3 going to 28, 24, representing Uganda, Usadadia Hill. Lane number 4, top entry time 2:26.69, representing Tanzania, Okore Ersten. Lane number 5, second top entry time 2:26.71, representing Tanzania, Mochan Perth. Lane number 6, 2:36.59 from Uganda to Musime Imad. Moving to the final hit for the 200 meters freestyle. Coaches, please ensure that all your swimmers are marshaled before they get onto the starting blocks. 200 freestyle, 1 heat, 7 swimmers. Lane 1 to lane number 8, splitting out lane number 6. Lane number 6 being disqualified because of not being marshaled.
Silence for the start. Take your mark.
Moving with 200 meters freestyle, we got a full grid. We just missed out on lane number 6 for not being marshaled. Back in the pool in lane number 4. Rory Austin of Tanzania going 2:26.49. A very beautiful fast 50. He goes 2:26 alongside with his teammate. That is Mochand Path of Tanzania. But again, it's about being able to hold the entire 200. Now we have an impressive swim from Okech Victor of Kenya, swimming in the outside lane. That's lane number 7. He's slipping at it. He's a little bit far away from Austin, but every time he's breathing, doesn't lose out of sight of where Austin is. It's a big disadvantage here. Now Uganda has only 1 seed, relying on Usadadia Hale. The other teammate wasn't able to make it for the final. So it's now Hale to be able to hang, to carry the nation flag onto the podium. But let's wait and see what come out in the finish. It is a 100-meter mark. It is still this boy from Tanzania. It's Austin coming into close in with the final 100. Sadadia Hill making a move. Hill is 100% sure he's the only one in this hit. So he has a lot of work to do to be able. Coming in with only 75 meters to go. Hill trying to hang on. He's breathing right on the feet, right on the toes of Austin. And he's 100% sure of where Austin is. Let's wait and see what will come out in the final 50. Will Usadadia Hill be able to do something special for Uganda to get into the gold position? Let's wait and see what will come up. Lifeguards, Chris, thank you. Back in the pool for the final grade. Still Sadadia Hill trying to chase in. But the gap is pretty big with almost a 4 body length away. It's going to be Uganda getting into the silver position. Very impressive 200 freestyle. Hill goes around 2:28, 2 seconds slower than Austin. And the gap is still closing in. Going to be Tanzania 1, Uganda 2. Back in lane number 1, Alan of Burundi. Back in the pool to close in. It's still Burundi, Jean Hailan. Was a very impressive 200 freestyle from Austin of Tanzania. He went 2:26. Remember the boys, the 12 years and under, Sadadia Hill had a slightly faster final 50, but the gap created was a little bit big. He had to make a move straight away from the first 100, but that is still fine, settling Uganda in the silver position. Moving into the fast seat for the girls. Lane number 3, representing Sudan with no entry time, Rana Hani. Lane number 3, number 4, representing Uganda B 237.03, Navasinga Abigail. Lane number 5, representing Uganda B 241.68, Sine Gabriela. And this is hit number 1 for the 200-meter freestyle.
Take your mark.
Two 100 meters freestyle, 3 swimmers, 2 from Uganda. The running hand of Sudan has no entry time, but she has a very powerful extension after the pole. And already she's ahead of the rest of the other swimmers. Now I think it's a big disadvantage not to swim in the final hit, but she is definitely going to be giving us very impressive time. The head is sitting in a very good position. The fingers a bit high on the recovery. It's a little bit of a disadvantage, but that's still okay. She is summing it up with a very long and powerful extension, making sure the fingers come back very clean in front. Trying to chase and back in lane number 3, Sene Gabriela going 2:41. A lot of work to do for Abigail. Abigail has around 4 seconds faster than Gabriela on the entry time. But it looks like Gabriela is more conditioned for these 200, already coming in for the 75-meter mark. Coming in to close into the 100-meter mark. Already 100. It is still Hani, 13 years of age, no entry time from Sudan, taking on the grade. But Gabi trying to chase on, but the gap is pretty big, just increasing on every 25. Now close to 2 border lengths behind. But that is still okay as long as she's able to get her base time. I still believe Hani's final time would have put her in the final heat, so it was a very big disadvantage not to swim in the final heat. We saw it from other athletes like Irakoze of Burundi was swimming in the outer lane and was able to get onto the podium. So it's a big disadvantage not to have an entry time, but coming into close for the final 50. With just 2 lanes to go, the rest of the other guys looking on, so they'll have to really work a little bit quick to be able to have a better time faster than Hani to finish in the gold position. In the final heat, we have some impressive freestylers. Karima goes 2:22. It will be a tight one alongside with her peer, that is Natalia of Tanzania, also going 2:22. 2 girls go 2:22, 2 girls go 2:26. So this will be a tight one on who is getting onto the podium, most especially for the bronze position in the next heat. Let's wait and start counting the finish. But back in the pool, the very brilliant first kick. It is Hani of Sudan to close in, bringing Sudan with a very, very impressive freestyle. So the rest of the other girls really need to work hard to be able to pace on this Sudanese girl. We're going to be coming in with the final hit, but back to close in Abigail. We're going to be having the final hit, lane number 2. 2:27.53 from Uganda, Lutalo Natale. Lane number 3, 2:26.43, ranking 4th on the entry time, representing to Kenya, Langati Audrey Chebait. Lane number 4, top entry time 2:22.14, representing Uganda, Katemba Karema. Lane number 5, 2:22.90, less than 90 hundredths of a second, representing Tanzania, Lada Natalia. Lane number 6, 2:26.49, representing Tanzania, Latif Sophia. Lane number 7, 2:28.07, 13 years of age, representing Kenya, Kafene Doen.
Take your mark.
Right to the final hit and the only final hit for the girls. 200 freestyle. Katemba Karima needs to move away from these athletes. It looks like Latif Sophia is having a very brilliant start. We should be able to hang in all the way from Tanzania. We know Katemba Karima will just be trailing in all through. A very impressive split for the first 50 from Chebet of Kenya swimming in lane number 3. Karima doesn't need to lose these girls. She needs to focus on the 2 girls in the outer lanes. That is in lane number 6 and lane number 3. Chebet of Kenya is having a very impressive strategy. Breathing on the same side towards Karima on every 25. Look at this. She's going to switch to the right side. No. She is sitting on the left. She is sitting very comfortable. Now breathing bilaterally back to the right side. Not to lose Karima. Karima is slipping off that goal position. And an impressive 200 freestyle for the first 100 split. Sophia of Tanzania goes 226, the third qualifier, but she's sitting in a very good position. Now Chebet making a move. She's breathing on the left, making sure she doesn't lose sight of these 2 other girls. With 125.75 minutes to go. Let's wait and see what will come out. Sophia has a very big disadvantage in lane number 6 with a slightly slower flip turn. And Chebet is utilizing those underwater, but now raising in that beautiful big 6-speed kick. Will Karima be able to hang on? Will she do something special in the final 25? Let us wait and see. For the second grid, a lot of work to do for lane number 2. That is Natalie Lutalo. But now for the final grid, Karima making a comeback. Chebet is trying to hang in. What comes out of the turn with Tammy Lawton? Who gets to the wall first? It looks like Karima gets out of the turn before Chebet. Now the game is on. Final 25. Karima slipping ahead with a much more faster split. It's going to be Karima 1, Chebet of Kenya in 2. And an impressive split from Tanzania. That is Latif Sophia swimming in lane number 6. All Karima needed to do was just to hang on to these athletes. Very impressive swim. Karima had a very brilliant finish. Chebet had a very fantastic 150. It looks like Natalia Lada was a little bit not on for this 200. We need some attention from lane 5. That's Lada Natalia. She's just done an impressive 200 freestyle, but needs some support to be able to get out of the pool. Some support from Natalia. Doc. She just needs some little support. All right, thank you. Moving on to the boys, 13-14. We have 3 swimmers. Lane 3, representing Uganda with 239.06. Kaume Pendo. Lane 4, going 232.42, representing Tanzania. Mukane Isaac. Lane number 3, lane number 5, 234.52, representing Team Uganda B, Banga Raphael. And those will be the 3 swimmers for the first heat. I love Lada Natalia's 200 split. She had the second top entry time, but wasn't very conditioned this morning session. But again, with a very good sportsman spirit, was able to do an impressive 200. We expect to see her recover, so we get her back in the 50 fly later in a few to come.
Take your mark.
The pole, nice impressive 200 in the first 50 split of Kalmi Pendo. It looks to be very conditioned. He's very sure of what the boys are doing in the final hit. We know he'll be having a final fantastic 200. Sorry, a final fantastic 50. Swimming in lane 3. We've always been seeing him having very brilliant finishes, but he's very disadvantaged not to be able to swim with the final hit. We know that he would have been able to pace them. But again, let's finish to all come out in the end. But for the second grade, Isaac of Tanzania. Moving alongside with alongside with Rafael of Uganda. But Kalmi Pendo, the legs are a little bit dragging. But that is his tactical skill that he uses every time he's doing the 200, now coming into handing to the 150 meter mark. Remember, he's about to get to the wall fast. Now coming into closing for the final 50. Tendo needs to get those legs a little bit high in this final 50 if he wants to have a much better position. He needs to get the legs high. He doesn't need to relax. The boys coming in are going some pretty quick at times. We have a 2:16 from Romy of Tanzania, who's swimming in lane 4. So all he needed was to be able to swim in the final heat, which he couldn't. But now coming with a very brilliant and fantastic final 25. He had to do these straight away at the start of the final 25, final 50. Closing it back in lane number 3, number 4, it's Isaac of Tanzania going to 32.42. Moving into the boys. Final hit. Bodies hit 2. Lane 2. 228.51. Representing Uganda B. Peterson Inesco. Lane 3. 221.8A. Representing Kenya. Kiyoki JC. Lane 4, top entry time 2:16.12. Representing Tanzania, Mwaipasi Romeo. Lane number 5, going 2:19, second best entry time. Representing Kenya, Matimo Nathan. Lane 6, 2:21.96, representing Uganda, Lubega Akram. Lane 7, 2:30.40, representing Burundi, Harinzima Zakar.
Sumo, step down. Take your seats. Take your mark.
Right now, hit 200 freestyle. Nice breakout back in lane number 6. Luvega Akram of Uganda going 2:21, close to 5 seconds. He's geared up, but Romeo is just trailing all right on top of the water. Very nice 4-5 butterfly kick. Romeo is just trailing through. It looks like he's not using any effort, so we know he'll be able to hang on to Matimo Nathan of Kenya in the final 50. But just 50 down with 150 to go. Very nice 4 butterfly kicks coming out after the 5-meter flag. Breathing with the same stroke rate, just on the right side. Nathan of Kenya holding on to every after 3 strokes, making sure she doesn't lose the rest of the other athletes. But again, it's about he's able to get to the wall first. I am pretty sure that Romeo will be able to have a move, but he doesn't need to go far away from Nathan. Team manager Kenya. Team manager Kenya, please report to the coach desk now. Elijah, please come to the coach desk now. Back in the poll. It is still Nathan of Kenya hanging on to Romeo. Let's see if Romeo will be able to do something special in the final 75. With 75 minutes to go. It is Romeo coming into closing. Now he's trying to close in that gap. And he wasn't using a lot of energy on this start, but now he just needs to make a move right after the turn of Tanzania if he wants to get back onto the podium. He goes 2:16, 3 seconds slower than Kenya. This is the point where he needs to move. He does not need to wait for the final 25. If Nathan gets out of the wall before Romeo, he will not be able to catch up. 1-2, gonna be Kenya and still from Tanzania, but now closing in. The gap is already big. Romeo delayed to move. It's gonna be Nathan of Kenya. Cannot catch up. Romeo can't be able to get this boy. He had to move right on that final 50. Very impressive win. From 2:19, getting onto the base from the second basinary time. Uganda slipped off that middle break in that 200. Romeo needed to move right away from the final 50. He delayed and waited to the final 25, but that is still okay, finishing in the second position. Well done, boys. Moving into the girls. 15-16 girls, 200 freestyle. We got 1 heat, 6 swimmers. Lane number 2, 30610, representing Kenya, Amia Rano. Lane number 3, 23910, representing Uganda, Nagai Auma. Lane number 4 with its top entry time 2:27, representing Tanzania, Saveria. Lane number 5 going 2:36 from Kenya, Morithi Rejo. Lane 6 going to 53.58 from Uganda, Kanseme Kasti. Lane number 7, with no entry time from Tanzania, Mathayo Unike.
Take your mark.
Moving into the final and the only hit. Nice breakout from Saveri of Tanzania. Will Kenya be able to have another chance to get onto the gold position? Will the girls be able to do what the boys just done? Let's wait and see what comes on coming in for the first 50. It is still Saveri of Tanzania, just 15 years of age, going 2:27. The next qualifier goes 2:36. So we know she's sitting in a very good shape for this gold. Kenya will be settling in for the bronze position and silver position. Let's wait and see. Auma for Uganda trying to hang it back in lane number 3. But Kenya swimming in lane number 5. That's Rachel. She goes 2:36, around 9 seconds slower than Ria. Is in a very good shape. With 75 meters done, remaining with 125 minutes to go. For the comeback, it is still Saveria of Tanzania. Moving in stroke by stroke with a very beautiful recovery. Now coming into honey into the final 100. Halfway mark. Kenya looks to be in a very good shape. That's measure of Kenya. She goes 2:36. But back Alma needs to move. Alma does need to allow runner of Kenya to get in front of her, because we know runner will try to make a move in the final 50. Alma needs to ignore other athletes and focus on runner if she wants to get onto the podium, because we know 1 and 2 gonna be Ria, Tanzania, and Kenya 2. Alma needs to just hang on to what runner is doing. Final 50 for Tanzania. And now the beautiful stroke. Alma slipping ahead, and now this is good. Now the game is changing. Alma settling in for the silver. Breathing on the left, checking where Rachel is. And we are pretty sure Alma will try and raising those legs in the final 25 from bronze. I expected her to get into the bronze, but now very impressive final finish. The cake comes in. It is Alma to close in for the final position. Very impressive finish. I expected to see Alma in the bronze. Rachel looked to be much more comfortable in the first 100. To me, Alma's had the most impressive split. I knew she was coming in 3. Rachel had a very fast 150, but getting in from 3rd to the silver was very impressive. 200 freestyle. Moving into the boys, you got to his boys 15, 16, 200 meters freestyle. Those are 8 lanes of the pool. Lane number 3 with no entry time, but we saw her go some beautiful splits yesterday. Representing Burundi, Owineza Lilia. Lane 4, Uganda B going 2:34.64. Sorry, lane 5. Lane 5 going 2:35.88 from Uganda B. Nyanzi Tabi. It is 8 lanes of the pool, and this was just hit number 1. But we know Lilia is sitting in a very good shape for a 200 freestyle, much as he has no entry time to his disadvantage to swim the final hit. Let's wait and see what will come out in the wall. Swimmers, take your seats. Solo.
Take your mark.
Ready for hit number 1. Boys, 200 meters freestyle, full swim, 2 swimmers. This is what I told you about Wineza Tony Leary of Burundi. Very long stretched out stroke, very powerful kick going, 6 kicks on every stroke. 3 butterfly kicks off the wall. Breathing pretty low. That is the Leary. He is utilizing his long torso and is giving him, he must be splitting close to around 32 for this fast 2050. Yaz Tebi has a lot of work to do. Leria had no entry time. He's very, very disadvantaged with the final hit because, you know, the final hit would have paced alongside with Kafumbi John, Jesse William. He needs to go all through the entire 8 lanes, but now 5 lanes to go. 1 butterfly kick off the wall. It is still Lilia, Burundi. Coming into closer for the first 100-meter mark. He needs to move the throughout in the final 100 if he wants to settle into the point position. Because, you know, the other boys are pretty moving quick. We have a 2:09. One swimmer goes under 10, under 2:10. The next qualifier, 2:12, Jiso of Kenya, will be swimming in lane number 5. But back in the pool, coming in for the final 75-meter mark. Very sharp, stretched out, and he's settling in. Coaches, team managers, coaches, after the 200 freestyle, the marshalling area will be shifted back to the basketball court. That is after the girls and the boys 17 over. We shall be marshalling 50-meter butterfly in the basketball court. All right, back in the pool for the final 25. It is still Iri of Burundi. Moving in stroke by stroke to close it for the final 25. Let's wait and see what Kafumejon has to do. We know John settled in for that 800 freestyle yesterday. We expected him in this 200. We know he'll be doing the 400. He is one of the strongest distance swimmers we have in this meet today. But he's watching on to see what Leria is splitting. Yanzi Tebi coming in. Team managers, coaches, all butterfly events shall be marshaled from the basketball court. Back in the pool, lane number 2, representing Tanzania, Joseph Michael. Lane number 3, representing Tanzania, Chengula William. Lane number 4, top entry time 2:09, representing Uganda, Kafumbe John. Lane number 5, representing Kenya with 2:12, Onyach JC. Lane number 6, going 2:19, represent Uganda, Tayebwa Arthur. Lane number 7, going 2:21 from Kenya, Bashir Ashak. Final here for the 200 freestyle 15-16.
Take your mark.
All right, 200 minutes freestyle. Hit number 1, Kafumba John having a powerful start in the first 25, splitting away from the rest of the other swimmers, but trying to chase them. JC Case has seen what John is capable of doing in this 200, decided to make a move straight away as well. But with 150 meters to go, John is settling in with a very powerful kick. He doesn't want to get upset after the results. He's deciding to move. And when you look at the 75-meter mark, it looks a bit more faster than what Leria has done. So we are pretty sure John is still settling in for that good position. But let's wait and see what will come out with 125 to go. The second position, something is changing here. Uganda still hanging on to in the middle bracket. in the third position, still Taiwo Arthur. Will Uganda be able to settle in 1 and 3? Will they be able to get onto the podium? Let's wait and see what comes out. Taiwo Arthur breathing on the right, making sure he doesn't lose out of sight where Jesse is. Arthur goes 7 seconds slower than Jason the entry time, but he looks to be much more conditioned this morning session. Already the boys are coming in for the halfway mark to close in. Wait, 50 minutes left. Silka Formation hanging on. Something is changing here. Uganda is splitting slightly ahead now. But something is changing here. Taiwo Arthur, he doesn't lose sight of JC. He's moving in, splitting in stroke by stroke. Already getting off the wall. It's now something has changed here. For the final 50, it's going to be Taiwo Arthur to get Uganda's second positions. JC slipping off. Also in the outer lane, Ashak of Kenya also trying to hang in, but coming in to close in. It is confirmed region to close in for the final position to bring Uganda in the gold. For the 200 freestyle, Uganda is going 1 and 2. John and Arthur leaving the other countries to share the remaining position. That is Kenya closing in number 3. A very impressive swim from Arthur. He was the 4th qualifier for the event to come in set to win for the bronze position, silver position. Jesse just slipped off down to the bronze position. Again, that's 200 freestyle. Moving into the goal. Small adjustment immediately after 17 and over 200 freestyle. We shall award the medal starting with the mixed freestyle release that we did yesterday. Then after that, go to the butterfly, but butterfly shall be marshaled in the basketball court. Girls 17 over, we have 1 hit in lane 3 representing Uganda, Najuma Rashida. Lane number 4, representing Kenya with 2:14. The champion for the 800 meters freestyle, Okumu Victoria. Lane number 5, representing Kenya 2:26, Baiga Nurain. Lane number 6, no entry time from Sudan, Azahadel Sharif Ahmed. We know Victoria took on that 800 with very powerful splits. We need to know what she's going to split in every 50.
Take your mark.
Let's see what Victoria splits. Very nice, beautiful underwater. Let's see what she splits in the first 50. Already coming in for the first 25 with a very brilliant kicking, splitting at exactly 13.9. Coming in for the first 50, leaving the rest of the guys with a lot of work to do. Now it's a very good advantage for Nurian to swim alongside Victoria on the side. She is pulling her in front. But for the first 50, Victoria is going in on 28.10. God, with 150 meters to go. Let's wait and see what comes out. Rashida of Uganda is still hanging the 3rd position. Sudan slipping far away in lane number 6. But Rashida, for the entire 100, she looks to be summing up at around 105, 103. And let's wait and see what will come out. We're ready. The clock is already counting down at 58, 59. No, it is faster than 103. She's closing in at exactly 1209. Oh! Okumu Victoria of Kenya. Very beautiful and powerful kick. She has a very nice extended recovery. The rest of the other swimmers just trailing in slowly. I'd like to see what she's splitting at the 150 meter mark. She might come in at close to around 141, 142. But already the clock counting down at close to 132. That is Victoria Okumu. She's splitting at 142. This is what I just told you. But for the final 50, we know it will be a little bit faster. We know she went at 28.9 in the first 50. But Lactic looks to be building. She just decided to hold on to the same pace. She's sitting very comfortable knowing that she's bringing Kenya in the gold position. But let's wait and see what she splits. This final 50, she might come into close to 39. But just checking my own statistics here, she's coming into closing. Already the clock going down 30 seconds. She's gonna probably finish at around, she's closing in the final 50 at 35.92. Very impressive swim, Victoria. Well done. From Kenya. Very impressive swim from Victoria. Split the first 50 at 28.9. The final 50 at 35. Yeah, very impressive freestyle. And she looks to be happy and satisfied for her performance, finishing bring Kenya in the gold position. Well done, Victoria Okumu, the 800-meter freestyle champion, and also now the champion in the 200-meter freestyle. We need to know if she entered the 400. But we know if she gets into that 400, we might expect to see her get into the gold position. She looks to be stronger than Noria and her teammate, who just finished in the second position. For Uganda, Rashida came in to 3, bringing Uganda into the bronze position. Well done, girls. We're going to be having the last event before we move on to the award ceremony. Lane number 1 representing Burundi with no entry time, Basogomba Bayard. Lane number 2 last represented Uganda in 2019, CANA Zone 3 in Kasarani, Walusimbe Kami. Lane number 3 going to 15, Akwenda Aaron of Tanzania. Lane number 4, one of the fastest 17 over boys we have. Last represented Tanzania in CANA Senior Championship, Ghana Accra. The only swimmer going under 2 minutes with 1:57.64. Saliboko Collins. Lane number 5, one of the strongest freestylers Uganda has. Last represented Uganda in 2019, CANA Zone 3 with 2:13. Lumonya Samora. Lane number 6, we know he'll be able to hold a very good split all the way from Uganda, Kigondo Mika. Lane number 7 from Uganda be with 2:30, Nyangabiachi Gabe. Lane number 8, the medalist from lane number 1, but now in lane 8 with no A, with 2:16 from Burundi, Karel Van Melve. All the boys represent their country in a couple of competitions.
Take your mark.
Away to the 200. From lane 1 to lane number 8, all represented their nations, different competitions. But in lane number 4, the only one going under 200 was one of the stars in the CANA Senior Championship from the Zone 3. having very smooth and clean recovery, but with a powerful catch down there. Very nice stretched out kick. It is Collins leaving Samora with quite a lot of work to do. This is what I've told you about these boys from Burundi in the outer lane. We knew it that Van would give us some impressive swim. Now he's pacing Collins. He's very disadvantaged not to be close to Collins, and Collins needs to always raise his head up every time he's breathing towards lane A to be able to watch where Van is. Before you know it, it might be Van in front. But I'm pretty sure that Collins is aware of where Van is. The two boys from Uganda have a lot of work to do, but still settling in the bronze position. I am looking out for Team Kenya. They are not swimming this event. All the big boys, Tabuka and Degwa, are watching on back in the stands to see what these other guys are doing in the 200 freestyle. They decided to opt out of the 200, but we know, I just had a chat with Ndegwa this morning, and he says he's going to split a 26 in the 50 fly, but we shall be having 50 fly next. Let's wait and see. Ndegwa finished in the gold position in the CANA Championships in Accra, so we know he'll be able to take on this 50 fly. But back in the pool, closing in for the final 25. It is Collins of Tanzania to come in for the final. Collins is splitting his final 25 with a very powerful kick to close in. Let me see why he's placed in the final 25. He's closing in for the final 25 at exactly 13.9. Adnan, where's Adnan? Collins clocks in with 13.9 in the final 25. Let's wait and see him in the 50. Very impressive swim for Van Karel of Burundi from the outer lane. He did the same thing yesterday. I think that was it backstroke or breaststroke? He did the same thing in the outer lane and went straight onto the podium. Let's wait and see. In this zone 3, we might have a 23 tomorrow when we're doing the 50 freestyle, or later in the afternoon session. The 50 freestyle might have a 23 from these boys, but let's wait and see what'll come out. We're going to be moving into the medal ceremony for the 4x50 mixed freestyle relay. We're going to award the 4x50 mixed freestyle relay and then move straight to the 200 freestyle and all the way to the 50 butterfly for the girls 12 and under swimming. All coaches, please ensure that you send all your swimmers to the marshalling area for your medals, fully dressed up in their shoes, their accreditation. We shall start with yesterday's mixed 4x50 freestyle release. Team Uganda, Team Kenya, Team Tanzania for 14 under. 15 over, Team Kenya, Team Uganda, Team Tanzania. Please make your way to the marshalling area. We're going to start with the mixed 200 freestyle relay. We'd like to take this opportunity to invite Mr. Cassien Basogomba, the President, Burundi Swimming Federation, and also the Vice President of CANA Zone 3 to come in and help us award this set of medals. Mix. We start with the mixed. Mixed 14 and under 200 freestyle relay. Mixed 14 under. In the third position with 153.22, Team Tanzania. In the second position, 152.19, Team Kenya. In the first position, and a new championship record, 151.89, Team Uganda. Mixed 15 and over 4x50 freestyle relay. Third position, 153.7, Team Tanzania. Second position, 146.30, Team Uganda. In first position with a new championship record 1:45.36, Team Kenya. We're going to award the 200 freestyle and immediately go back in the pool with a 50-meter butterfly. I'd like to call the following swimmers to the marshalling area now. Lena, Elaine, Ruth, Path, Hale, Austin, Natalia, Sophia, Audrey, Romeo, Nathan, that is my team of Kenya, Pendo, Michelle, Casti, Saveria, Jesse, William, Afrumbe, John, Noreen, Victoria, Rashida, Samora, Bayad, and Collins. Coaches, team managers, special announcement. We're going to proceed to the 50-meter butterfly. We shall award the 200 freestyle shortly. So we're going to be doing the 50 butterfly, 12 and under immediately. We shall go back to the freestyle later. We're moving it to the 50 meters butterfly. Starting with the girls, 12 and under. We're going to be having 2 hits. Hit one. We shall have 2 hits for the girls, 50 butterfly, 12 and under. We shall have 3 swimmers for each one. That is Eliora, Kingatua, and Kaitesi Blazing. All right. The swimmers coming in are the participants for hit 1, 50 meters butterfly. Lane number 3, representing Burundi, Lois Eliora. Lane number 4, representing Kenya, Kingatua Amana. Lane number 5, representing Uganda B, Kaitesi Blazing. And this is 50 fly, hit number 1.
Take your mark.
Kawai, 50-meter freestyle, 2 lanes of the pool. Blazing looks to be in a much better shape for Uganda B. But trying to chase him from Kenya is Amana. Omana goes 38.75. Now for the final 25, still Blazing Kaitesi of Uganda B. We're trying to hold these girls. Blessing goes 39.52, but sure to hold in. But now from the outer lane, lane 3, Eliora of Burundi slipping ahead. 1, 2, and 3, Burundi, Kenya, and Uganda. Gonna be having hit 2, Teddy, hit 2. We have 6 swimmers for hit 2. Lane 2, representing Tanzania, Dilip Krisa. Lane 3, representing Uganda, Tendo Atia. Lane 4, with the top entry time 32.88, representing Uganda, Kalunji Rahman. Lane 5 with 33.9 air representing Tanzania, Demelo Filibata. Lane number 6 representing Kenya, 35.88, Alala Marion. Lane 7 representing Uganda B, 37.40, Tabazi Shafia. Swimmers, sit down.
Take your mark.
50 fly, hit 2. Nice, fantastic underwater from Rahma of Uganda. She goes 32. She's moving in stroke by stroke. Keeping that head down now on the turn. She's breathing pretty low. Getting in the wall before the rest of the swimmers. They're trying to chase in back in lane number 6. Marion of Kenya, but he has a lot of work to do. Will Marion be able to hang herself in the middle bracket? It looks like Tanzania, that is Phil Bartha, is in a very good shape for the final position. The game is on for the bronze. It's going to be Kenya 3, Uganda 4. 1, 2, and 3, Uganda, Tanzania, and Kenya. Tendo Atia did a very fantastic split, but just slipped off, finishing 4. The swimmers coming in, the boys, 12 years and under, 50 meters butterfly hit 1. We have 3 swimmers for hit number 1. Lane number 3, going 44.29 from Burundi, Mugisha Guy. Lane number 4, 37.45, Uganda B, Joshua Dragumandre. Lane number 5, Burundi 38.06, make a new region Halan. It is hit 1 of 2 hits. We have 2 hits. The best entry time, 31.96. By Sidney David. Just had a chat with David, and he's ready to go under 29. Let's wait and see what split is gonna give us. He's having the top entry time. It goes 31.96. The next qualifier goes 33. So it's gonna be a good one for David to take on this score position.
Take your mark.
Hit number 1. Joshua Drago of Uganda, nice in the water. Keeping his hips high. Very stretched out stroke, breathing low. But Halana Burundi looks to be very powerful, and we expect him to make a move in that final 25. Halan goes 38.06. But the gap is pretty increasing for Joshua. Joshua is sitting in, breathing, keeping that chin level every time he's breathing, not lifting that head so high. Breathing on every second stroke to come into closing. Moving into the final hit. Lane 2, going 36.93, representing Uganda by Runji Ryan. Lane 3, 34.45, represent Tanzania, Fernandez Christian. Lane 3, 33.99, representing Kenya, Okech Victor. Lane 4, aiming for 29, but now splitting 31.96, one of the fastest butterflies that we have in this match, representing Uganda, Sidney David. Lane 5, going 33.03 from Tanzania, Okore Austin. Lane 6, 34.13 from Uganda, Lugonja Kyle. Lane number 7, 36.50 from Kenya by Yusuf Iqbal.
Take your mark.
Away to Father Flurry. Wilson and David be able to do it again? I am 100% sure. I saw Corey Austin doing his 200 freestyle and now back in the fly. He's sitting in a very good shape. Will David be able to hang in again? He underlooked Corey Austin and now the gap is already big. He has a lot of work to do. Senior David making a return. It is very impressive. Okori from the second best getting into the wall before David. It must be a disappointment for David. He was not sure of what Okori was going to split, but we saw Okori in that 200 freestyle, splitting it very quick. David settling in for the silver medal. A little bit of a disappointment for him. He was 100% sure of these 31. Okori had 33 on the entry time. Comes in and gives us a very impressive split. Girls 13-14, 2 hits. Lane number 3, representing Sudan, Rana Hani. Lane number 4, representing Uganda, B3680, Amelia Mudanye. Lane number 5, 3695, representing Kenya. One of Kenya's fastest freestyle swimmers in the mixed medley relay, Wambui Ema.
Swimmers, take your seats.
In this 50 butterfly, for the final hit, we have 6 swimmers. We're 100% sure of Kisau's Tara. She goes 30-40. We saw her bringing Uganda with a very, very big lead in the medley relay yesterday. We might be going to see a 29. CANA Zone 3 record is 31-46 set in 2019 by Chirabo Namutebi of Uganda, who's not swimming this event today. But Tara is going 34-0, so expect to see a new record. She'll be swimming alongside with Latif Sophia, Charlie Amelia, Chebate, Sina Michelle. We saw Chebate in the 200 freestyle, very strong, so we know she'll be having that powerful stroke split in the 50 butterfly. Barrea Inel just turned 13 years of age, going 36-02. Splitting for Team Bilbo swimming in lane number 2. Latif and Amelia just 2 seconds slower than Tara on the entry time. But from what we've experienced yesterday in the medley relay, we know this girl in lane 4 might be giving us a new record. Remember, this gala is brought to you by the Uganda Swimming Federation. CANA Zone 3. This is the 6th edition. The first event and the last time this event was hosted was the first event in CANA Zone 3 was held by Uganda in 2015. Uganda were the champions at that moment, but the defending champions that won in 2019 Team Kenya. Let's see if they're able to do it again today. We're supposed to hold this event in 2020. We could not due to the pandemic. I'd like to thank all the team managers and coaches for ensuring they get back these athletes in the pool. Team manager Kenya, Elijah, thank you so much for getting back Kenya in the pool. Team manager Uganda, JK Bogzi Butterfly 200, thank you for getting back Uganda in the pool. Coach Alex of Tanzania, good job you're doing for Tanzania. Team manager Sudan, team manager Eritrea, team manager Burundi. Thank you so much. CANA Zone 3 has 11 countries. Today we're able to have 6 countries. The hosting president will be announcing the next host for 2022. This is an annual event organized by Zone 3. This event is brought to you by Pool Doctors, our partners, Uganda Police, Uganda People Defensive Force, Kampala International School of Uganda, our host, also hosted the 2015 Championship. This event is brought to you by DACE TV, Malchoice Uganda Limited. Our partners, National Council of Sports in Uganda, the Uganda Olympic Committee, Renzori Mineral Water, Airtel Uganda, and me. UMC Hospital. We've just had a small technical problem which is being sorted. We'd like to thank the meet director and the team who have ensured that we are having a successful event. The meet director is also the chairman CANA Zone 3 Technical Committee. He's also a member of the technical committee of the CANA, that is for Africa. Gentlemen, back to the water. We're moving on with hit 1 of the 50 meters butterfly, girls 13, 15, 14.
Take your mark.
50 meters butterfly. This is hit number 1. Rodaja Amelia settling in. Brett's lane number 3, the runner hand of Sudan, is settling the very beautiful, powerful stroke here, coming in to split for the final 50-25. It is Amelia breathing, keeping her chin pretty low to close into the finish. So Brett, it looks like Ronnie's in a much better position to close. Just going to be a touch between the two girls, but Ronnie's closing in before Amelia with just a touch. Moving into the next hit. Lane 2, represent Uganda B, Baraya Inel. Lane 3, representing Tanzania, Latif Sophia. Lane 4, the top entry time, representing Uganda, Kisauzi Tara. Lane 5, from Tanzania, Charlie Amelia. Lane number 6 from Kenya, Langata Driche Bait. Lane number 7 from Uganda, Sine Michelle. 50 fly, final hit.
Take your mark.
Watch out for lane number 4. She has the top entry time. Did a very fantastic split for Uganda yesterday in the relay. Keeping that head down for the first 25. And already away from the rest of the grid with almost a full body length, half a body length away. It is Kisau's Tara to split for Uganda to be able to bring Uganda in the gold position. Leaving the rest of the grid. A lot of work to do. This is what I've just told you. She goes 30. Trying to target in at 29. Let's wait and see what comes out of the wall. Very impressive swim from Tara, getting Uganda in the gold position. We're going to the boys 13-14. We have 2 hits. And what we are coming with is hit number 1. Lane number 3, representing Sudan, Elashedi Taha. Lane 4, representing Kenya, Kiyoke JC. Lane 5, representing Tanzania, Mokani Isaac.
Take your mark.
Away to hit number 1. Very beautiful on the water for Kenya. On that is Kiyoki JC. JC goes 34-55. But now closing it to bring Kenya first position for this hit. The next hit we have a 30-23. Could be a tight one. But coming into close, Kiyoki trying to move in with a pretty fast split, keeping that head low, breathing on every 3-4 strokes, making sure he doesn't allow his legs to sink. And he closes in. Coming in for Tanzania, swimming in lane number 5. It is Mokani Isaac. And coming in for Sudan, no entry time, first time doing this 50 fly. Breathing on every stroke again. It's about being able to go your base. He's closing in. Sine David. We're bringing to the final here. Lane number 1. Representing Burundi, Arenzima Flak Zachary. Lane 2. Representing Uganda, Chavayinze Zarbu. Lane 3. Representing Kenya, Matimo Nathan. Lane 4, representing Uganda, Kawome Pendo. Lane 5, Team Tanzania, Waipasi Romeo. Lane 6, representing Uganda, Kegundo Tiaba. Lane 7, representing Uganda, Thembo George.
Take your mark.
Last hit. Watch out for lane number 4. Kaomi Pendo, he goes 30-7-7. But we have three boys going 30, so it's going to be a tight one for the return. It's about who's about to get out of the wall fast. Kaomi Pendo getting to the further side of the swimmers. Kegundu Tiaba has a lot of work to do. Romeo sleeping out that second position. But Kaomi Pendo coming in very powerfully, slipping ahead of the grid. Kegundu Tiaba trying to hang himself in the second position. 1 and 2, both from Uganda, and Kenya coming in, or Tanzania in the third position. Very impressive 50 fly. Pendo, very fantastic, all the way from the start to the finish. Very impressive streak. Kegundu Tiaba had a very powerful kick to get himself in the second position. And we're moving on to the girls. 15, 16, 50 fly. Lane number 2, representing Uganda with 35.05. Mubiru Swagya. Lane number 3 from Tanzania, 34.09. Saveria. Lane number 4, representing Kenya, the top entry time 31.42. 2 seconds faster than the second qualifier, Bianche Maria. Lane 5, 2 seconds slower than the top time by the second qualifier, representing Uganda, Mugisha Kala. Lane 6, 34.39, representing Kenya, Muruthi Rachel. Lane 7, 35.65, representing Tanzania, Mathayo Unique.
Take your mark.
It is 50 minutes butterfly moving in stroke by stroke. It is still Kenya's Bianchi Maria. Mubiru Swagya has a lot of work to do to be able to stay in the middle bracket. But trying to chase in the outer lane. Mugisha Kala slipping ahead. But Tanzania Severia trying to pace in. One gonna be Kenya, Uganda going in 2 and 3. Mubiru Swagya waiting to the wall at around the 5th position by having a very fantastic final 25, closing in into the 2nd or 3rd position. Moving into the boys, we have 2 hits. But for hit 1 and lane 1, we no entry time. Owineza Lerea from Burundi. Lane 2, 34.00 from Sudan, Kamal Muhammad Kamal. Lane number 5 from Eritrea, Diet Gebregeza.
Take your mark.
Fast street for Eritrea swimming in lane number 5. His 50 meters butterfly. But Lilia looks been a very good shape. He has no entry time. He's a very disadvantaged not to have entry time. Very beautiful underwater, keeping that chin level every time he's breathing, keeping his hips raising high. Very nice, powerful second kick. Now closing into the wall, getting Eritrea. Sorry, getting Sudan in the first position. Burundi. So close in for Sudan in lane number 4 is Kamal. Eritrea fast swim. It is the of lane 5. Moving into the final hit for the boys, 15-16. Lane number 1, representing Kenya with 30-93. Baiga Abdul. Lane 2, Uganda Team B, 30-79. Rugaju Kevin. Lane 3, representing Kenya with 28-65. Onyak JC. Lane 4, top entry time going 27-65. Last representing Uganda in CANA Zone 3 in 2019. Representing Team Uganda A, Setumba Paulson. Lane number 5, sitting on Uganda's 4x100 medley relay record and did butterfly split in Accra, Ghana. Going 28-05, and one of the strongest butterflies we have, Magera Steve. Lane 6, going 29.99, representing Tanzania, Alemania, Ethan. Lane 7, going 30.83, representing Tanzania, Kagoro, Nathan. Lane 8, 32.88, Team Uganda B, Kusenza, Dawoodi.
Take your mark.
Away to the final hit. Lane number 5, sitting on Uganda's 4x100 medley relay. 50-meter butterfly moving into the wall, leaving the rest of the grid. This is what I've just told you. He's sitting in a very, very good shape for this butterfly. 5 butterfly kicks, keeping the head down the breakout. And now slipping ahead, but trying to make a comeback is posting Setumba. But I was 100% sure of what Magera Steve will show us, and he does it again. It is Magera Steve again and again, sitting in the gold for this 50 fly. We have the girls 17 and over. 2 swimmers getting onto the 50 fly split. Lane number 3, representing Eritrea, Hamala Neguse. Lane 4, representing Uganda, Ato Esther. These are 2 lanes of the pool girls 17 years and over, or the girls 17 and 19 years of age.
Take your mark.
Hit number 1, nice to know what from Mato Easter. Keeping the head down all through, swimming in lane number 4. Leaving the rest of the other swimmers. For Sudan, it is lane number 5, Adil Sharif. Barato Ace is in a very good shape. 3, butterfly kicks off the wall. Keeping that chin every time she's getting her head out to breathe. And now coming into close to the finish. And the first position bring Uganda in the goal position. Chasing it to the wall, Neguse of Eritrea swimming lane number 3. And lane number 5, Azza Adel Sharif. Moving into the second last hit for the boys, 17 and over. Before we get onto the girls, 4x100 freestyle really on the boys. Lane 3 with no entry time, representing Burundi by Segomba Bayard. Lane number 4, Team Uganda B, Kimule Treva. Lane 5, Uganda Team B, Ahomuza Ario. That is hit 1, we have 2 hits.
Take your mark.
Kimule Treva splitting off the blokes with a very fast reaction time. Faster than the rest of the guys. Now keeping the head down, but Aria Homuza swimming in lane number 5, also from Uganda B, is trying to hang it, keeping the head down for the final time. A lot of work to do for Bayard of Burundi. It looks like these 2 boys from Uganda are sitting in a very good shape. It's going to be 1 and 2 for hit number 1 of Uganda. But Kimule Treva trying to continue to break his own 34.9. Again, it's about being able to his own 39. It's about being able to get the best time, to break your own best time. Moving into the final hit, lane 2, going 28.30, representing Uganda, Mugisha Jacob. Lane 3, one of the fastest swimmers we have in this meet, representing Burundi, Rakoze Karel Van. Lane number 4, the CANA Junior Champion. That is the Africa Junior Champion for 100 meters butterfly. Set a new record for the CANA Junior in 2 months ago in Accra, representing Kenya, and with a top entry time 25.66. Nyoki Steven Indegwa. Lane 5. He has been splitting, finishing in the gold in multiple events. The fastest swimmer on Team Tanzania, going 26.21. Last represented Tanzania in CANA Senior Championship 2021. Saliboko Collins. Lane number 6. The national team captain for Uganda, going 28.26.80. Last represented Uganda in CANA Senior Championship and also sitting on Uganda's record for the 4x100 medley relay. Kabuye Adnan. Lane number 7, going 28.59. Representing Team Tanzania, Barik Delvin. It is 50 fly, and let's wait and see what the boys have to do. Let's look out for lane 3, 4, 5, and 6. These are the top.
Take your mark.
Ndegwa in lane number 4 is Africa Junior Champion currently for 2021. He holds the African record, now splitting in the 17 and over, just as moving it to the wall. Will Collins be able to do it again? He's been splitting fantastic, very beautiful underwater. But now Ndegwa coming in to prove his chance. Let us wait and see what we shall be hiring. And this is Team Uganda for the 4x100 freestyle relay. It's about who's able to get to the wall fast. Peter Buvumbo. Lane 3. In lane 3, Nakasule Rahma, Kisau Zitara, Paloma, Alena, Team Uganda. Lane 4, Ruth, Nina, Amana, Kafene, Team Kenya. Lane 5, Team Tanzania. Lane 6, Team Uganda. Let's wait and see if Kenya is able to have a payback. They missed out that 14 and under medley. Let's see if they can do it again, the freestyle really.
Take your mark.
Chisal Tara for Uganda. She goes on individual 28-7. She looks to be sitting in just easy to give it a pace. She's not going at a full capacity. And remember, Kenya is coming on a payback for missing out yesterday's medley. Now, Uganda will have a lot of work to do to be able to settle in the first position. Kisau Tara went in a little bit loose. He's just won the 50 fly. Probably she's not feeling so calm, but we know in the final 50 she'll have a strong comeback. But Team Kenya looks to be sitting in very powerful. That is Ruth coming into closing for the final 25. Sarah, we expect her to make a move in the final 25 to be able to give a good and quicker gap for Paloma. But this girl, Ruth, it is time for business for her. She's coming into closing to hand in Kenya. Will Kenya be able to hang in? Amarna, Kenya. Paloma, Uganda. Tanzania has quite a lot of work to do to be able to get back in a better position. Who's going in for Uganda B? Is it Amelia? But now Kenya, the gap is increasing, and now that leaves the rest of the other swimmers with a lot of work to do for Uganda to be able to finish in the gold position. Kenya is on a payback. They missed that medley really yesterday, and they need it so badly. Tanzania has a lot of work to do, but the game is on for Uganda and Kenya. Let's wait and see if Kenya can pay back. The last 50 for the second grade. Amanda looks to be sitting in a very good shape. Very nice, long and stretched out kick. And the gap is increasing to close to 5 meters. The time they get into the water finish, it will be Uganda chasing on for around 10 meters. Which is a very big disadvantage. Looks like Kenya is coming in with a very good payback. It's payback time. Let's wait, and they hang in all the way coming into the third grid. Elena will have quite a lot of work to do to be able to get Uganda in a much better position. And now this third grid, starting with a very beautiful, powerful kick. Is that Nina? Is that Nina Oranji? Moving in powerfully. Very beautiful kick. Very nice and easy recovery. Elena trying to start in strongly, but this girl, Nina, looks to be sitting in a very, very good shape. A lot of work to do for Elena to be able to get back into a better position. Uganda has some work to do. Remember, this is the third grid, and the gap is increasing to close to 10 meters now. Will Elena do something special here? No. Nina is in a very good shape. Very beautiful, powerful kick. Full kick per stroke. Breathing on every right side. Now look at this. Something might be changing here. Is Tanzania making a comeback? But swimming in lane number 5. Let us wait and see. It's gonna be a battle for the bronze position between Tanzania and Uganda. Is it a payback? Will Uganda be able to hang in? They took all the 14 under. It's a game on for Tanzania and Uganda. Let's wait. 100 meters to go. Muzaffar chasing on Alex. Will Alex be able to settle in the second position? Let us wait and see. It is Muzaffar turning in for the first 25. It looks like Alex is sitting in with a much more powerful, very strong kick. Nakasule Rama has a lot of work to do. Uganda is going to be settling in third. These girls have made a very strong payback. The gap is increasing with close to a full body length away. 1, 2, and 3 going to be Kenya. Tanzania 2. Uganda 3. We have missed out on Karima for Uganda. We know she has a very fantastic split. It would have been a slightly different really for Uganda, but all that is a technical decision by the team of coaches. That is not the end. They'll be settling in for the bronze position. It's gonna be Kenya 1 with a very impressive payback. Tanzania 2, Uganda coming in 3, missing that gold. JK missed out on Karima in that really. And Elijah decided to bring a full squad for Kenya to be able to get on the gold. Well done, Elijah. And congratulations to that payback, getting in the first position after missing out from Uganda in the medley really. Let's wait and see. We still have a 4x50 girls really coming later. But closing in, Team Uganda B. Very impressive sportsmanship from Team Kenya, cheering on all the Zone 3 athletes. Boys 14 and under. Will the boys pay back? Uganda needs to pay back to Kenya. The game is still on, and we have the boys 14 and under. Will Tanzania do something special? Will Tanzania pay back Uganda and Kenya to get in the top? Teddy. These are the boys. 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 14 and under. Will Tanzania pay back? Uganda has a gold in the 14 under. Kenya has a gold 14 under. Tanzania needs to pay back. It's not yet over for Uganda and Kenya. Uganda needs to pay back for losing that gold in the girls. The game is on. The game is on. You got Kenya 1, Tanzania 2, Uganda 3. Now let's see what comes out from the boys. Let's wait and see what comes out from the boys. Lane number 3. Team Tanzania. Lane number 4. Team Kenya. Lane number 5. Team Uganda B. Lane number 6, the team to pay back, Uganda A. Is it payback time, or it is the game on for Kenya in the gold? Will Tanzania switch positions? The game is on. It is zone 3.
Take your mark.
Will Uganda be able to pay back Kenya? Kaomi Pendo breaking out for Uganda. This is going to be a tight one. A lot of work to do for Kenya, but this is just the first 25 out of the 400 meters. Remember, these are 16 lanes of the pool amongst 4 swimmers. Kaomi Pendo pacing on. And this is the same mistake the first grade for Uganda made to pace on. You want to go straight away from the word go. Will Pendo give us a faster last 50? He's trying to raise in that beautiful kick on the breakout. But again, remember, we do not want to go back. Now, this is what we expected all the way from the start. If you're going to take on this really, you need to move. It was a small mistake to have a slower split for Uganda in the previous really. But Pendo is pacing on. I love what to do for Kenya. It looks to be a very good payback here. Kenya will have a lot of work to do. Now, will Tanzania be able to get Kenya out of that second position? Sine David, very fantastic, beautiful breakout. Tanzania trying to pay back on Kenya here. But again, it's about he's able to touch the wall first. And it's Sine David breathing on every 4 strokes. Very powerful kicking. Coming into closing for the final 50. Swimming in the number 4, it is Nail of Kenya. Has a lot of work to do, slipping off. Kenya took on the previous one for the girls, but they look to be missing off for the boys. Tanzania balancing the points. Silver in the girls and silver in the boys. Uganda and Kenya, same points. Gold in the girls for Kenya and gold in the girls for the boys. Coming into close into the next swimmer, that is Ethan. To close in, it is Ethan. No, it's Akram. Uganda pacing in stroke by stroke. Trying to chase with a lot of active for Kenya. Now Tanzania, very brilliant breakout back in lane number 3. Kenya is going to be settling in for bronze days. Already Uganda coming in for the final 50, starting for the final 50. Tanzania having a very beautiful split. For Kenya, it is Joel. Hanging on, pacing Kenya in 3rd position. In this 14 and under in the entire championship, Uganda has only missed 1 gold for the 14 and under rallies. And probably when we get back to the girls, they'll switch back to seeding in those top seeds. Coming into closing to Tiaba. Tiaba to closing for Uganda. Will he hang on Tanzania? The game is on. Will Tanzania have a good breakout? No. The gap is big. But remember, this is 100. The race will be over at the final 25. But for the first 25 in this 100 split, Tiaba looks not to be catching enough water, but he is having a very brilliant tip and a very powerful kick. Tanzania just hanging on. The gap is too big for the final 50, close to 7 meters. They will not be able to catch in. It's going to be Uganda 1 and Tanzania to close in the second position. Team Kenya to come in the third position. Uganda B3, but Kenya getting onto the podium for the bronze. It is Team Uganda with a brilliant payback. All the teams balancing the points in this. Uganda closing in 1, closing in second position, Team Tanzania. Uganda being 3, but Kenya getting onto the bronze position in lane number 4. Moving into the 15 and over. Kenya took on the mixed 15 over. Let's wait and see what they have for the boys. Sorry, for the girls. For the girls, Kenya's top seed, Akoma Victoria. She split her end video 28 and ended with 35. So we know she might go at 28 and 32 in this 100 as the top seed for Kenya. Kenya has Narian, Maria, Rachel and Victoria. But in lane 3, Team Tanzania. Lane 4, Team Kenya. Lane number 5, number 6, Team Uganda. Who gets onto the gold podium? Ato Esther breaking out for Uganda. Is it Bianchi Maria to break out for Kenya? Tanzania looks to be fully conditioned, fully ready to split this 100. Let's wait and see what comes out of the end.
Take your mark.
Away to the first grid. Ato Esther for Uganda. Kenya breaking out powerfully. Look at this brilliant kick from Maria. Very impressive. Beautiful 6 kicking on every stroke. Sharp turn. Nice streamline. And once the gap increases, I think Maria finished second in the 200 freestyle, right behind Victoria. And now having the first plate. These other two teams, Tanzania and Uganda, will have a lot of work to do to be able to chase on Uganda, chase on Kenya. Uganda is missing out on Chirero Namutevi Mercedes, Ivy Selena in this category. So Kenya is missing out on Emily Muteti in this category. But still they are giving us the best coming into hand into the second grade. It's gonna be Nail. For Uganda, it's gonna be Nanate. Nail, Nanate. Nanate has a lot of work to do to be able to, is it Casting on Nanate? He has a lot of work to be able to chase him. Uganda is settling in for the bronze. Will they be able to chase until they be able to hang in to bring back Uganda's silver position? But Kenya looks to be in a very good shape. Nayeli settling the very brilliant stroke, very powerful kicking, breathing on every 5 strokes. Very sharp turn, nice streamline, just one butterfly kick. Uganda has some work to do. It's gonna be Mugisha Kala to get in for Uganda. This is gonna be a sweet win for Kenya. Tanzania trying to hang themselves in the second position. They took the silver. The previous 2 release now coming into this is still another silver. Kenya moving into closing area. Tanzania carrying into closing for their 3rd grade. Mugisha Kala watching on to chase on close to 15 meters. Kala, we know she has a slightly faster split than Tanzania, but the gap is pretty big with close to 10 meters to chase. This wait and see what will happen the finish. Again, it's about who's able to get the best time, who's able to touch the wall first. Thing might change in the final 50. Watch, the game is on. Mubiru Swagia, Uganda, trying to close the gap. Well, Swagia, you'll do something special. No, the game is on. If she could only get out of the wall before she hits the 10-meter mark, the distance is too big. It's gonna be bronze for Uganda. Tanzania holding in. If Tanzania can only hold those 5 meters, that is still fine. Very sweet win for Tanzania. The gap is so big, Swagia will not be able to catch it. It's gonna be 2 Tanzania and 3 Uganda. Hadija of Tanzania finishing 2. Elijah of Kenya finishing 1. And Bogzi of Uganda finishing 3. Coach Alex, Coach Muzaffar, well done. We're going to move on to the big boys. We're going to be moving on to the big boys. Lane number 3. Lane number 4. We got Bifoli Tabuk, Onyak Jetson, Bashir Isha, Stephen Inde, Team Kenya. Collins leading on the rest of the team. In lane number 5, Team Tanzania. Hussein Seitumba, Adnan Kabuye, Musoke Rafa, Joshua Lemonia, Team Uganda. Last in lane number 6.
Take your mark.
Hussein Seitumba breaking out for Uganda. Let us wait and see what will come on the finish. A lot of work to do for Team Tanzania. Will Uganda pay back? Uganda finished number 3 in the previous rally. Will they pay back with the boys? That's how it worked out for the 14 and under. It looks like Kenya has stronger girls now. But the boys, Uganda is having stronger boys. But this is just the first grid. Uganda, that is Hussein Seitumba, breathing very low, making sure he doesn't lose time every time he gets the head out to breathe. Seitumba looks like he's giving it 100% effort. Coming in to hand it to Musoke Rafa. A lot of work to do for Team Tanzania. Collins has a lot of work to do to be able to get us in a better shape. The gap is increasing. Team Kenya now, Musoke Rafa looks to be in a better shape than the second grade of the other two teams. But the game is on for the second position. Team Tanzania trying to chase on. Will they be able to do something special here? But now, when you look at these two guys, Kenya is trying to hang on that space. Musoke Rafa giving it 100%. They know they are on a payback, but the gap is slightly closing, so the game is on. We know Ndegwa is still there for Kenya. We know Adnan is still there for Uganda. We know Colin is still there. Let's have this third grade. But Uganda is in a better shape. This boy going in for Uganda in lane number 6 is sitting on the national record for the 4x100, said 2 months ago. So we know he'll give us a pretty fast split. There will be a lot of work to do for Ndegwa. They will not be able to chase on Adnan. All Adnan needs to do is to pace in with the final 50. A lot of work to do for Collins. Collins of Tanzania watching on in lane 5. Ndegwa watching on in lane number 4. Now, Ndegwa and Collins, all they need to do, all needs to be done is Tanzania to get a little bit closer. And the game is on now. Tanzania getting closer. But for Uganda, it's going to be a way for the last grade, one of the greatest athletes in Uganda, Kabuye Adnan. All he needs to do is to pace. The game is on. Will Collins chase on Ndegwa Mwe 100 meters. No. Collins, it's gonna be Tanzania too. Ndegwa decides to pace in, easy to bring back Tanzania to bring back Kenya in the bronze position. There really must be a problem. That boy in lane number 4, he is Africa Junior Champion and the Africa record holder for 100 butterfly. So we know exactly what he's capable of doing. But there must be a technical challenge he has faced to be able to go like that. But that is okay. He's going to be bringing Kenya in the bronze position. It is lane number 4, Africa champion for the 100 meters butterfly. CANA Zone 3 100 meters butterfly record holder. CANA Zone 3 50-meter butterfly record holder, Ndegwa. Ndegwa, find me in my office. Ndegwa. We need to talk. Well done, boys. Going to be having the girls 14 and under 400 freestyle. Teddy. Girls 14 and under 400 freestyle. Hit one, we have 2 hits. Those are 16 lanes of the pool. Lane 3, representing Sudan, Rana Handing. Lane 4, representing Uganda B, Deshpyande Kiati. Lane 5, representing Burundi, Erishira Eliora. It is the 400 freestyle hit one.
Swimmers, take your seats.
We only have 400 freestyle remaining for the morning session. After the 400, we shall have an hour ceremony, then going to a lunch break. Once again, I'd like to recognize and thank all our sponsors and partners. I'd like to thank Uganda's National Council of Sports. I'd like to thank Uganda Police, Uganda People Defensive Forces, our partners, Pool Doctors Uganda Limited. Would like to thank and recognize our media partners, Apt Media, for the very clear visual online. Would like to thank Kampala International School of Uganda. Would like to thank the Rupareria Group. Would like to thank Madivan Group. Would like to thank Renzori, DSTV, and me. Moving into hit one for the girls. 14 and under, 400 meters freestyle. We got 3 swimmers. That is Han in 3, Kiat in 4, Eliora in lane number 5.
Take your mark.
400 meters freestyle. 16 lanes of the pool. The Shipianukate, Uganda. Splitting in lane number 4. Our entry time 5:47. No entry time for Sudan. Kiati has the entry time 5:47, 10 seconds faster than Eliora Burundi. She is having a very powerful, brilliant kick, breathing bilateral on every 3 strokes. Already coming into turning with a very beautiful streamline. Slightly slipping ahead of the grip, moving in stroke by stroke. She is breathing low, both sides, making sure she's not out of sight of where the other athletes are. Already coming in for the 75-meter mark. Remember, these are 16 lanes of the pool. We're just coming into 100 to 100. Remaining with 12 lanes of the pool to go. The top entry time, Katambaka Rima. Karima took on the 800 freestyle. Coming in for the 400. Karima goes 4:57. The only swimmer under 5 minutes. Will be swimming alongside Natalia, Ruth, Natalie, and Amelia. But back in the pool, just 100 and 300 meters to go. Kiati is sitting her body in a very good position, breathing really low, making sure she's not creating any drag, getting into the wall with a very beautiful streamline, breathing on the right and the left, making sure she is able to watch all the other athletes, see where they're. She is balancing her energy, she is regulating her breathing. With already 150 meters, 250 meters to go. A very big disadvantage from Eliora of Burundi. We saw her do the same having the same disadvantage, the 200 freestyle, that is getting into the wall and getting the head out. And you want to utilize every single part of your body, part of your race, to be able to have a better time in that 400 freestyle. But now Kiati looks to be lactic building, where she'll be able to hang in all the way. This girl from Sudan is doing an effortless freestyle, having a very easy and smooth and clean recovery stroke, keeping those legs stretched out, having just 3 simple butterfly kick on every stroke, just trading through the water. But the Hispanic Cat is still hanging on. The 2 girls on the halfway mark with 200 meters to go. Now Kiati choosing needs to just concentrate on Honey, because we know the gap is pretty big away from Eliora. 175 minutes to go. The final grid, Wamui Emma is going 5:06 from Kenya. We have a 5:03 from Tanzania. And Karima going 4:57, close to 6 seconds faster than these other 2 girls. But back in the pool to close in 150 meters to go for the girls. All runner Hani needs to do is to pace on Kiati until that final 100 or final 50. But what we are having, we are splitting the 150 meter mark to come into close into the final 100. Again, it's about who's able to get the best time. We got 2 here. All the girls are 14 years of age. For Burundi, Eliora is just 11 years. Kiati is 14. And for Sudan, Hani in lane number 3, 13 years of age. With 100 meters to go, 4 lanes of the pool to go, 12 down. Let's wait and see what will come out into the final position. Team manager Burundi, please come to the records desk now. Team manager Burundi, please come to the records desk now. Back in the pool, the game is still on between Kiati and Hani. Hani of Sudan, Kiati of Uganda. I told you Hani is having very smooth. Her stroke is just effortless. Kiati looks to be using a slightly quicker tempo. She needs to move right after the turn. The game is on. Kiati raising in the beautiful kick. Also Hani trying to raise in that kick a little bit. That Kiati looks to be sitting in a better position with a slightly stronger kick than Hani. But what comes out of the turn? Now look at this. Still trailing through. Hani just slightly ahead. Getting into the wall before Kiati. Final 25 for the girls. Will Kiati be able to chase on? Hani needs to hold her brave on the right side. Not to lose Hani. But she is focusing on her own race to be able to set her own personal best. Continuing to breathe bilaterally, closing it to the finish. Gonna be Hani Sudan 1 and Kiati 2. Well done, Team Sudan. Very brilliant tempo from the start for Kiati all the way to the finish. It is not easy for that 60 lanes. Very brilliant stroke technique from Hani of Sudan. She had a very smooth and easy recovery. The two girls breathing very low with a very nice breathing technique. But back to closing at just 11 years from Burundi, Eliora. Gonna be moving into the next hit. And this is the final hit. Lane number 2. Going 5:14:59 from Tanzania. Charlie Amelia. Lane number 3. 5:06:68 from Kenya. Wambui Aima. Lane number 4. The only swimmer going under 5 minutes, going 5:57 from Uganda. Katemba Karema. Lane number 5. 5:03:72 from Tanzania. Lada Natalia. Lane number 6. 5:14:32 from Team Kenya. Lindikvist Ruth. Lane number 7. 5:18:07. Representing Uganda with just 13 years of age, Lutalo Natalie. And this is the final hit for the 400 freestyle girls 14 and under.
Take your mark.
Very nice in the water from Lada Natalia of Kenya. She goes only 6 seconds slower than Karima. But Karima deciding to start straight away from the first 25 so she can create a gap away from the rest of the other athletes. For Team Kenya with a very nice and long recovery. Two stretched out kicks swimming in lane number 3. Wambui Emma, just 14 years of age. In the outer lane, lane number 7, splitting slightly ahead as well, Natalie. She goes 5:8:10. But Karima back in lane number 4 looks to be sitting in a very good shape. Very beautiful streamline, just one butterfly kick, starting with the breathing. She is still slipping ahead away from other swimmers. Way the 100 meters down. We have an impressive swim from Natalie, who's swimming in lane number 7. Remember, this is for her freestyle. Natalie goes 5:18:07. Karima has a big disadvantage. Her goggles are off. She's not able to have a good sight. It's going to be a very strange freestyle for her. And you can already see that Natalie is able to pace her alongside. And still a big disadvantage not to be able to see where Natalie is. This girl, she had the 6th best qualifying time, entry time, 5v10. Natalie in the outer lane, but slipping in ahead with 150 meters down, coming into 100 with 250 meters to go. Very good streamline. I am starting to think that we might have one of the fastest freestylers for Uganda slip off this middle bracket simply because she lost those goggles on the dive, on the start. But let's wait and see if she's able to hang in there. She is doing a blind swim now, which is so disorganizing. Already they're coming into the halfway mark. 200 meters and 200 meters to go. Team Tanzania, Lada Natalia is advantage. She's able to sight Karima properly. But my pick is in Talo Natalie, who's swimming in the outer lane, lane number 7. She might make her way onto the podium, yet she entered with the 6th qualifying entry time. Now Karima hanging in there, deciding to get her head a little bit high every time she breathes to be able to watch where the other swimmers are. A very beautiful streamline. And something is changing here, very impressive from lane number 7, Lutalo Natalie. She is advantage. These other girls do not know that she's out here and she's gonna be sleeping slightly ahead. It is 150 meters left. Will the freestyle champion Karima be able to hang in? She is still hanging herself in the middle bracket. This Tanzanian girl, that is Natalia, swimming in lane number 4, goes 5:03 on the entry time, close to 6 seconds slower than Karima. She is very advantaged being in the middle of these two girls, though I'm not sure if she can see where Natalie is and the outer lane. We're going to be having the final 100. It is now Team Tanzania. I am starting to think that Uganda needs to now rely on Natalie. Natalie has a very good sight and her legs are down, so we know they can get out when it comes to the final finish. She doesn't need to hang, and this is what she's doing. That is Natalie swimming in lane number 7. She doesn't need to allow those legs to sink. It is the peak for Uganda. Karima is a bit disorganized with this distorted water because she can't have a good sight. Final 75. Let us wait and see what will come out of the win the finish. It is Team Tanzania, Natalia going 5:03. With the final 50, where Natalie needs to get her legs out of the water now. Uganda relying on Natalie now. Karima is going to settle in for the bronze. We know she'll get her legs out on the finish. But this amazing girl just turned 13, close to 2 months back, and now coming into close into the podium for the 13-14. But I love the effort that Karima decided to put in, much as she's not able to see. But this is gonna be a gold. Karima slipping off this gold to Natalia of Tanzania. Gonna be Natalia Tanzania to close in the gold. Karima to settle in for the bronze. With Karima needs to get her legs out. No, the gap is big. These girls cannot catch up. The gap is big. Congratulations, Natalie, towards your first individual medal in this championship. Karima didn't have goggles on, but has done a very impressive stroke. She decided to go a blind stroke all the way, but that is okay. Still able to settle in the 3rd position to get onto the podium. Very brilliant effort, Karima. Very impressive swim, Natalie. And congratulations, Natalia of Tanzania. Kenya slipped off this medal bracket. Wambuye M and Ruth finished in 4th and 5th respectively, but that is still fine. Charlie, 13 years of age of Tanzania, closed in the final position, the 6th. Remember, these were 16 lanes of the pool. Moving into 14 boys. Lane number 3, going 6:25.66. Representing Burundi, Mikenyure Harlan. Lane number 4, 5:25.19. Representing Burundi, Harinzima Zakar. Lane 5. 5:32.44. Representing Team Uganda B. First represented Uganda at 10 years in CANA Zone III 2019. Nwagava Daniel. And these are 16 lanes of the pool.
Take your mark.
All right, to the 400 meters freestyle. This is hit number 1. We saw a very brilliant 200 freestyle in the morning session from Zakar of Burundi swimming lane 4. And we know he'll be able to settle in for these 400 with these 16 lanes. He has such a very nice and long stroke. He's utilizing his long torso. But this boy, Daniel, having a very nice continuous steady kick all the way. His strokes are looking to be a little bit short. But she looks to be having a nice early vertical forearm there, having a very beautiful catch. And that is what 400 is about, being able to hold a very beautiful distance per stroke. And he's still hanging on to Zachary. But for lane number 3, Alana Burundi has quite a lot of work to do. Daniel sitting his face very low to make sure that he doesn't create any drag. But Halan is in a very good shape. Zakar is in a very good shape. With 100 minutes done, remaining with 300 to go. A lot of work to do for Halana Burundi. He goes 6:25. The top entry time, the boys are coming in to the 150 meter mark with 250 meters to go. By the top entry times by Romy of Tanzania, I'll be going 4:55. Kami Pendo will be going 4:59 alongside. Back in the pool, it's 175 meters down. Remaining with 225 meters. Very nice flip turn, nice streamline. Zakar has a slightly slower first 5 meters off the wall. He needs to slightly tighten a bit in those arms every time he's streamlining. Daniel still utilizing his beautiful catch and beautiful tempo. With halfway the mark. I expect to see Daniel get into the wall before Zachary by the time we get onto the 350 meter mark. Zachary's tempo is a little bit slower compared to this young man's tempo, and he's breathing on one side, making sure he doesn't lose him. We know he will accelerate into the finish. The two boys are having just 150 meters to go. But for Burundi there, he's having 200 meters to go, swimming in lane 3. He's just coming to hit the halfway mark. But for these boys, they're going in for their final 150. The two boys trying to pull those legs, dragging them, so we know they'll be able to accelerate into the final 50. But they're coming in with 125 minutes to go. It is still Zakar of Burundi and Daniel of Uganda. Will Daniel move at the final 100 meter mark? Let's wait and see what comes out of the time. 100 meters to go for the two boys. If Daniel is to get onto the first position, he needs to move right away now before they even reach the final 50. The two boys are already coming into hand into the final 75. 325 meters down. Very beautiful streamline from Daniel. They're still hanging on and pacing each other. 150 to go for Halan of Burundi, but these two boys are going for the final 50. And Daniel will get the legs up and give us something special here. Let's wait and see, and that is what he's doing. We're gonna be Daniel raising the legs up, Zachary watching on, but the body is saying no, I need to shut down. Let's wait and see what comes of the final 25. Now getting the legs up, it is Zachary. Daniel has close to 2 length. This is what I told you. Daniel needed to move at the 100-meter mark. This boy has a very long torso. If he adds in a very good kick, he will be ahead, and that's what he's just done. It's going to be 1, Zachary from Burundi, Daniel 2. 100 meters to go for Highland. We shall be having the bows and the final hit. 2 of them going under 5 minutes. That is Romeo and Pendo. And away from each other with only 4 seconds. Wait, 5 minutes to go. Alan Burundi. This boy is 12 years of age. He did the 200. And now here in the 400 for the final 50. With 30 minutes to go. Halan of Burundi trying to raise in a much better kick now. His entry time is 6:25. And it's about being able to get your personal best. That's what swimming is about. And he's going to give us a very fantastic final 25. It is Halan of Burundi. And the whole crowd cheering him on to get to the finish. If it was easy, we'd be having 8 swimmers in the pool. But we only have 3 now to close in. Halan Burundi to finish in the final position. Moving into the final heat for the boys 14 and under. Lane number 2 going 5:11.85 from Team Uganda. Sadadia Hill. Lane number 3 going 3:00.05 seconds slower than the top entry time. Representing Kenya, Nathan Matimo. Lane number 4 with the top entry time 4:55.08. Representing Tanzania, Mwaipasi Romeo. Lane number 5. The second swimmer under 5 minutes, going 4:59.18, representing Uganda, Kaume Pendo. Lane number 6, going 5:09.70, representing Uganda, Mochanda Path. That is for Tanzania. Lane number 7, 5:24.72, Team Uganda B, Sengova Ethan.
Take your mark.
Away to the final hit. Kaume Pendo, top entry time Second of entry time. Romeo starting with a very powerful catch, dragging those legs. These two boys are having the same stroke rate. That is Romeo and Pendo. But they need to watch out for Nathan for swimming the final hit. Swimming in lane 3. Nathan is just 5 seconds slower than Romeo and is already slipping ahead. Very nice streamline. 2 butterfly kicks off the wall. Pendo doesn't need to allow these boys to get away from him. But it looks like now the gap is starting to be held. Romeo sitting in. Romeo decides to focus on to what Nathan is doing in lane number 3 to make sure that he doesn't get to miss that goal. But Nathan is having a very nice and smooth recovery. Stretched out kick right below the surface, making sure the whole body is stretched out. Beautiful streamline. 1 butterfly kick. That is Nathan swimming in lane number 3. Tommy Pendo needs to put in some little kick in here for him to be able to pace on these boys. If the gap increases, he won't be able to catch up in the final 100. But again, it's about what strategy he was able to discuss with, to decide on with his coach. But this is what I'm telling you, he does not need to allow any gap. He needs to keep on the waist of these boys. But the gap is already increasing for the first 100. Pendo has the second best entry time. But it's impressive seeing Nathan of Kenya swimming in the outer lane, lane 3, moving in stroke by stroke. 125 meters off and remaining 275 meters. Remember, these are 6 lanes of the pool, so 16 lanes of the pool. And there the boys are coming in, finishing the first 6, remaining with 10 lanes. That is 150 meters down to 150 meters to go. Tommy Pendo, the gap is increasing. He needs to take a higher breath to watch where the rest of the other boys are. He doesn't need to get a pace from lane number 2. Hill is a little bit far, and Pendo looks to be watching out what Hill is doing. But again, it is about the individual strategy for the entire 400. The boys are coming into the 200 meter mark. Pendo needs to move. He's leaving these boys. Muzaffar getting out of the stands to come and push his boy. Coach Muzaffar, the head coach, Team Uganda, now making a move to come in and watch Pendo. Pendo did not have to allow these boys. He needs to get into the kick motion. We're already halfway mark with 200 meters to go, and the gap is increasing. This 4:59, just 4 seconds, he's able to get it off. The boys coming in with 150 meters to go. It looks like Uganda is going to be settling in for bronze. 150 to go. 6 lanes of the pool. 6 lanes of the pool. Pendo needs to see what is happening in the stand, so he's able to chase on what Romeo Mihal is doing, and Nathan needs to get the legs out. But remember, the boys are they're coming in to start in the final 100. He needs to move right away. The gap is so big to be able to get in the 100. And you see these two boys in the front lane. The game is going to be on for them. They are pacing on each other. Romeo is getting the head a little bit high to watch where Nathan is. Very impressive swim from Nathan. Nathan goes close to 5 seconds slower than Romeo, but now trying to hang on. Romeo deciding to put in a beautiful kick now so he doesn't lose to come into closing for the final meters. Girls 15 over. 400 freestyle. We have 4 swimmers. Lane 2. 5:30.193. Representing Uganda. Nagai Auma. Sorry, lane 3. Lane 4. The 800-meter champion. The 200 freestyle champion. Representing Kenya. Okumu Victoria. Lane 5, going 5:14.32, representing Tanzania, Saveria. Lane 6, representing Sudan, Azar Adil Sharif.
Take your mark.
Team manager Tanzania and Coach Alex, please come to the records desk now. Coach Alex, come to the records desk now. Back in the pool, 50 down, 350 to go. Okumu, Victoria, took on the 800. The champion for the 200. And now going to be the champion for the 400. Swimming in lane 4. Lane 3, Nagai Alma of Uganda still hanging third position. Lane number 5, Saveria, Tanzania. Okumu coming into handling for the 100-meter mark. Leaving the rest of the other swimmer close to 10 meters away. She might end up finishing close to 50 meters ahead of the rest of the other swimmers. She's looking so powerful in these 400. She's been powerful in all the previous freestyle events. We are waiting to see why she'll be splitting in the 100 and the 50. I know she did an video 50, video 28 in the relay. 150-meter mark, remaining with 250 meters. It is Okumu. Nagai Alma, we saw her having a fantastic finish from the 3rd position to the 2nd position, the 200 earlier. If she's able to hang in, she's able to pace in, she'll be able to do the same thing. But for Victoria, going into the 175-meter mark, coming to the 200-meter mark. Victoria is coming back halfway. The 400. 200 down, 200 to go for Victoria. At the halfway mark, she's ahead of the grid with close to 25 meters. That's what I told you. She'll be able to finish in ahead of them by 50 meters. But again, it's about being able to get your best. Her entry time is 4:47. The only swimmer swimming under 5 minutes in the girls. Moving in to come into the 250-meter mark. Remaining with 150. Okumu Victoria. She's having the same tempo all the way from the start to the finish. Breathing very low, very sharp turn. One butterfly kick after the streamline. Already remaining with 150 meters to go. Coach Alex, please come to the records desk. Back in the pool. 125 to go for Victoria. She's deciding to hold in her beautiful stroke rate all the way, breathing on the left hand, but very, very low, same tempo. When you look at her card, she has a very brilliant EVF, making sure she is having a very beautiful DPS. leaving the rest of the other swimmers. The second position is going to be Team Tanzania, still hanging in, but we saw Alma having a slightly brilliant finish. $50 to go for Victoria. The final 50 to come into closing. 75 minutes to go for Alma. 75 minutes to go for Ria. It is Victoria coming into closing for the final 25. The gap is big for Alma to be able to chase on in the final 50, but that is still okay, still on the middle bracket. But for Victoria is coming in to do it again, and she is officially the best distance swimmer in the 15 and over category, 17 or 15 over category. She is the champion for the 800 meters freestyle, the champion for the 200 meter freestyle, and the champion for the 400 meter freestyle. Okumo Victoria of Team Kenya. Congratulations, Victoria. We are waiting to see what she's going to split in the 100 freestyle. We know she'll also be doing the 50 freestyle. If she gets the 150, she will officially be the top freestyler for the girls 15 years and above. But we know in that 50 freestyle there are people like Swagia, people like Kala. Kala in the relay yesterday split at 28. But we know also the first 50 for Victoria in the 200 was a 28. So we know she can pretty go quicker, much quicker than that. So let's wait and see what will be happening. Back in the post, still pulling in Adel Sharif of Sudan. Coming into closing with the final meters. Como Victoria making her way to the final meters. If it was easy, we'd be having a full grid, but we only have 4 swimmers. Nagai Alma was able to have a very fantastic 50, final 50 in the 100 and the 200 in the morning session. We thought she'd be able to do the same for this freestyle, but Ria was in a very much better shape. But back to closing. It is battle of Team Sudan. Thank you, Team Kenya, for the sportsmanship. Moving into the boys, second last heat of the morning session. There's the boys 15 and over 400 meter freestyle. We got 3 swimmers for the first hit. On lane number 3, no entry time, representing Burundi, the boy with the black cap, Basugumba Bayard. Lane number 4, going 5:10.06, the black, yellow, red swim cap, Uganda Tembe, Nyangabiachi Gabriel. Lane number 5 from the most cheering team, going 5:13.90, representing Kenya, Bashir Ishak. Swimmers, sit down.
Take your mark.
$400 freestyle. Hit number one for the boys, 15 and over. Basagomba Brain having a very good start here. So lane number 3. Alongside Bashil of Kenya, 16 years of age in lane number 5. Bashil Ishak of Kenya looks to be sitting in a much more powerful recovery stroke. Grabbing that water, very long catch. And you can see his distance per stroke increasing and breathing very low on the right hand. And already moving in with a very beautiful and sharp flip turn. Very nice streamline. 1-2 butterfly kicks. Breathing very low. That is in lane number 6. So lane number 5. He's just 16 years of age. He goes 5:13.90. But remember the top end time 4:12.14. And already he is 100 meters down, remaining with 300 meters to go. Body streaming in lead number 5. He's going 2 kicks on every left stroke. But Nyangabia Chikeb of Uganda, swimming 5:10.06, has a lot of work to do, also trying to chase in, moving in stroke by stroke. He's having a slightly strong recovery, but it looks to be a little bit dragging. He needs to slightly loosen up a bit. He is sitting the head in a very good position. He looks to be more energetic, but with just needs to loosen out a bit that recovery. But again, let's wait and see what will happen in the finish. Back to the first grid in lane 5. It is Bashil coming into the 150 meter mark, leaving the rest of the other swimmers with a lot of work to do. Continuing to breathe low, making sure he keeps his body balance in the water, going 2 kicks with 150 meters. Same sharp kick, nice streamlined, one sharp butterfly kick. When you look at his left hand, it is going underneath the body when he's pulling, which is a little bit of a disadvantage. You want to be able to pull in line with your shoulders for a very good extension, but that is still fine. He's coming in for the 200 meter mark, coming in halfway. Kawai Bashil Ishak at the 200 meter mark. Same sharp turn, nice streamline, same stroke rate all the way from the start to the finish. It is a very big disadvantage not to be able to switch your breathing side in the entire 16 lanes, the entire 400, but that is still very fine. 175 meters to go for Bashil Ishak of Kenya, leaving the other swimmers with a lot of work to do. 200 meters to go for Bayad of Burundi, swimming in the outlet lane number 3. It's gonna be 100 meters to go, 150 minutes to go for Back in the pool 1, 25 minutes to go. Still in number 5 Bashir Isha. But for the final grade, we have all the boys under 500. We shall be having Saliboko Collins of Tanzania 412 with the top end return. The next qualifier will be Kafumbe John. 100 minutes to go for Bashir Asia. We know Kafumbe John is a very good distance swimmer, but Saliboko Collins, he swam the 800 yesterday with no entry time and ended up getting into the podium, the goal position. So we know he is in a good shape. Now his advantage to be able to swim alongside John and Delbert. Delbert goes 4:46, close to 34 seconds slower than his teammate Collins. But Delbert is 15 years of age. Collins, 19 years of age. Delbert and Collins just represented Tanzania in the CANA Junior and Senior Championship respectively. Kafumbe John just represented Uganda in the World Secondary School Swimming Championship. So we know all the 3 top boys are conditioned. But in the outer 2 lanes, we shall be having Lumonya Samora swimming in lane number 2. Moving into the final heat. In lane 2, going 4:55.21. One of Uganda's finest distance freestyle swimmers, Lumonya Samora. Lane 3, going 4:46.85. Just turned 15 years 2 or 3 months ago. Ipelinga Delbert. Lane number 4, the 200-meter freestyle champions, or 800-meter freestyle champion. Just represented Tanzania in the CANA Senior Championship, going 4:12. Saliboko Collins. Lane 5, going 4:33. Uganda's finest distance swimmer, represented in 5, Kafumbe John. Lane number 6, 4:51.36. 21 years of age, representing Burundi, Rakoze Karel Van Melvi. Lane number 7, another fine swimmer from Uganda, representing Uganda in the CANA Zone III Swimming Championship in 2019 and the CANA Junior Championship in Tunis. Walusembe Kami. Swimmers, step down.
Take your mark.
Final heat. Will Collins be able to do it again for the 400? He took the 200. Kafumbe John, I think, finished 3 in 200. Kafumbe John is Uganda's finest distance swimmer. It's good competition he's having today. Delbert alongside with Collins, but Collins looks to be in a much better shape. It's going to be a straight gold for Tanzania in this. Delbert took the 800, took the 200, and now coming in for the 400. For the girls, it was, I think, Victoria who took the 800, the 200, the 400. These two athletes have done some impressive swim. Victoria from Team Kenya and Delbert from Team Tanzania. Already Delbert is coming back to close in for the first 100. Let's wait and see what will be coming out. Against Abao, he's able to get the base time. Kafumbi John trying to pace on to hang Uganda in the middle bracket, but all the boys look to be very conditioned. A 125 meters down. I'd like to split. Let's see what Delbert is splitting in every 50. This is 150 meters. He's having a very nice and powerful catch. Continuous stretched out kick now coming in for the 150 meter mark. Let's see what he goes in every 50, leaving the rest of the other swimmers. We know Kafumbe John will be able to have another brilliant finish. But now this boy in the outer lane, that is Karel Van. We know he was swimming in outer lanes, lane 1 and lane 8 earlier session, and coming in straight to the podium. So we know he's very conditioned. So it's going to be a tight one for John to be able to hang himself in the middle bracket. And remember, he's Uganda's top seed, but trying to chase in for Uganda as well, Monya Samora. But back in the first grid, Delbert is, sorry, no, that is Collins, splitting 32. Let's wait and see what will be happening in the finish now. Kafumbe John slightly slipping ahead. Coming into the half mark. It is 200 meters down. Still splitting. 32.9. Very impressive for a 400. Halfway the pool. Kafumbe John now slipping ahead. Now this is good for John to be able to move away at the halfway mark. If we can hold it at that. Samora slipped off that middle bracket, but now the game is on for Burundi. Delbert doesn't need to get to sit in a very comfortable chair because the two boys in the bigger lanes as lane 5 and lane number 6 seem to be pulling ahead. For the first grid, it's 150 meters left. Splitting 34 now. The split going a little bit slower. Probably he's very sure of where the rest of the other swimmers are. That's why he's slowing down a little bit. But we definitely know he's going to be able to become the champion for the 400 meters. Coming into closing to the final 100. Collins, Team Tanzania. Coach Alex of Tanzania watching on in the stands. Fine 100. Coach Muzaffar watching on in the stands alongside with Coach Tony, analyzing the future of swimming in Zone 3. Still closing it, Melvin. He's miscounted. A very big disadvantage, but he is still in the middle bracket. He's still number 3. Only that Delbert is slightly moving in, and it's always a little bit of a disappointment to miss the count. It seems Burundi is just gonna slip off this middle bracket. With that final 25 retiming a lot, will Rakoze be able to accelerate again? He is slipping. It's a very disappointment for him to lose the count and already slipping off that middle. Delbert making his way back into the middle position. Melvin must be a little bit upset, having lost the count. He had paced out nicely, but missed the count. Now losing that bronze, getting down to the 4th position. Delbert decided to make a move in the final 50 to get onto the podium, but it was a very impressive swim for his teammate, that is Collins, who is officially the distance champion for CANA Zone 3 as of the current championship. He took the 800, the 400 now, He took the 200 the morning session. We're waiting to see what he'll be splitting in the 100. Ladies and gentlemen, that marks the end of swimming for the morning session. And we shall start the afternoon session with the medal ceremony of the 200 freestyle, 50-meter butterfly, and the other events. We're going to move on to the lunch break. I'd like to request everybody to give a big round of applause to the officials as they leave the deck. A big round of applause to our officials as they leave the deck. I'd like to thank you, all the officials, for helping us officiate the morning session. The swimming pool is officially closed and the warm-ups shall be managed as soon as we return from the lunch break. The lunch break procedure is just the same as yesterday, so team managers and officials, please ensure that you get your athletes straight into that process. We are officially off for the lunch break. Thank you.